What if you woke up one morning and the entire tech world had just completely changed? I mean, a fundamental alliance shattered, new wars declared, a totally new era of AI just beginning. Well, that's the wild future we're going to explore today, based on our source material. So let's just dive right in.
Okay, so picture this. The date is February 14th, 2026, Valentine's Day. But, there is absolutely no love in the air in Silicon Valley. This is the day that everything flips on its head.
And we're not talking about a minor tremor here. The source material uses this exact quote to describe what happened. The tech world woke up to a massive earthquake, a seismic shift that sent shockwaves through, well, pretty much everyone.
So what was this earthquake? What really happened? At its heart, it was a breakup. But not just any breakup. This was a divorce between two of the most powerful partners in all of technology.
And this slide, it lays it all out perfectly. On the left, you've got the old guard, OpenAI and its partner for years, NVIDIA, the undisputed king of AI chips. But on this Valentine's Day, OpenAI announces it's leaving NVIDIA for someone new, a specialized AI hardware company called Cerebras. Now, this isn't just some business deal. This is a silicon divorce, and it is the starting gun for a brand new war for AI supremacy.
And a divorce like this, well, it doesn't happen quietly. It kicks off a firestorm of competition, pulling in every major player and starting with the source calls the new AI Cold War.
And the battle lines were drawn almost instantly. First up, OpenAI declares all-out war on its rival DeepSeek, claiming they stole data. Then Microsoft, OpenAI's biggest backer, doubles down with a ton of support. At the very same time, a competitor, Anthropic, drops a bombshell, a new model that actually beats OpenAI's. And what about the jilted partner, NVIDIA? Oh, they're not going down without a fight. Suddenly, the entire industry is being forced to pick a side.
Now check this out, because this is the hard data behind some of the chaos. Anthropic's brand new model, Opus 4.6, is officially outperforming OpenAI's latest public model, GPT-5.2, on some really key benchmarks. I mean, for the first time in a long time, OpenAI is no longer the undisputed champ.
So how does OpenAI's camp respond to all this pressure? Well, with money, a staggering amount of it. Microsoft announces a $100 billion investment in a new supercomputer called Stargate. And it's designed for one thing, to power this next generation of AI.
And what about NVIDIA? The partner that got left behind? They come out swinging. They announced their next-gen chip, codenamed Vera Rubin, and maybe even more importantly, they commit to a super aggressive new one-year update cycle for all their hardware. The message is crystal clear. We don't need OpenAI, and we are going to out-innovate everybody.
So here's the thing. All this corporate drama, the divorce, this Cold War, the $100 billion investments, it's all happening for a reason. It's all being driven by a huge technological shift. We are literally entering a new age of computing.
The source material calls this new age the agentic era. But what in the world does that actually mean?
Well, it's basically the moment when AI stops being just a clever tool that answers your questions and becomes a mature, autonomous agent. We're talking about systems that can take on complex, multi-step tasks and just get them done without you holding their hand the whole time. This is the leap from theory to reality.
This timeline really puts it all into perspective. The recent past, that was all about models like GPT-4o. The present in our 2026 story is all about GPT-5.2, the one getting challenged. But the future, the whole reason for this massive shakeup is about building what's next. GPT 5.3 Codex Spark. It's a whole new breed of model designed specifically for this agentic era, and it needs the specialized hardware that Cerebras and its WSC3 chips can provide.
And a major consequence of this new era is a new kind of digital divide. It's not just about who has internet anymore. It's about who can run these powerful AI agents locally on their own machines versus who has to rely on cloud services. This creates a whole new dynamic of power and access. Okay, so that's the high-level corporate stuff. But how does this agentic era actually affect our daily lives, our culture, our entertainment? Well, the ripples are immediate and they are widespread. And the effects pop up everywhere. For gamers, oh man, it is a dream come true. The original God of War trilogy gets a full, modern remake. Konami finally revives beloved franchises like Castlevania and Metal Gear. But it's not just gaming. This new tech gets integrated into the Milan Winter Olympics. A new AI platform called Purple Fabric launches to serve the Middle East, and on a social level, there are new initiatives to help the elderly get trained on how to use AI.
And, of course, whenever you have this much power flying around, the government is going to get involved. The source points out that society is already starting to grapple with this. Oregon's state senate becomes one of the first to pass a law that specifically deals with the security and safety of these new autonomous AI agents.
Okay, this is a lot to take in, right? It's a completely new world order for tech. So the source material actually ends with a very practical guide on how to navigate this new reality.
Think of it as your personal playbook, a survival guide for this new era, whether you're a gamer who just wants to play the latest titles or an investor trying to figure out where to put your money.
And here are the 4 key takeaways. Number 1, if you use ChatGPT, you've got to immediately switch your subscription over to the new GPT 5.2 model because the older ones are getting phased out. 2, add Cerebras to your stock watch list. Their IPO is on the horizon and it is going to be huge. 3, for all you gamers, start clearing up storage on your console now for that God of War remake. And 4, for the developers out there, start using Anthropic's Opus 4.6 for heavy coding tasks, since it's now outperforming everything else. So, that's the prophecy of February 14th, 2026, the day of divorce, declarations of war, and the dawn of a whole new era. It really leaves us with one final, massive question. If a giant alliance like OpenAI and NVIDIA can crumble literally overnight, who's going to be the next titan to fall?